Hello, everyone! Welcome to your weekly tech update, the show that explores the newest, coolest, and craziest side of tech available on the interwebs. I am your VR gamer, Ray McNeil. Coming up on the program today, it's another Your Weekly Tech Update VR special. This time, it's all about the Oculus Rift and some of the great games that you can play right now, including Vader Immortal, a throwback to my childhood with Duck Season, a great first-person shooter called Space Junkies, a free Spiderman experience that you have to check out, and finally, we'll loop back around for another Star Wars experience that was developed in a couple of months as a research project on motion sickness by a student. That and a whole lot more coming up on today's edition of your Weekly Tech Update. Next. Before we get into the games, let's talk about the hardware, the all-new Oculus Rift S. If you have used any of the previous Rift headsets, the Vive or the PSVR, then you're gonna be blown away. Let's start with comfort, one of the most important aspects of a VR headset. I will say that the PSVR is still the king of VR comfort, but the Oculus Rift S does a pretty good job. Combining a top strap from the original Rift and the Halo strap from the PSVR, it seems to find its happy medium, but with a fine margin for comfort and view of the VR world that you're playing. When you put the headset on for the first time, you will find it a little tough to get it dialed in perfectly. It has to sit just right on your head and be adjusted in such a way that the weight is distributed properly while giving you the best view of your VR world. Once fitted though, you'll be able to comfortably play for hours and completely forget you're wearing the Rift. Moving on to the display, the Rift S has moved to using one display for both eyes versus a display for each eye like the old headset. They have also upped the resolution and now use a fast switching LCD panel that has less space between the pixels. That means less screen door effect in your view. Now, what this means is that not only do you get great graphics and crystal clear views of the game world, but that you can see a much higher detail, including the ability to easily read text. In fact, I not only use the Rift to game, but I have also been watching 3D movies and using my computer desktop in VR, and it's amazing. The Rift has the ability built in to give you a virtual desktop view of your computer. Not only that, but you can split windows away so you can pepper your view with displays and resize them however you want. So if you want to watch a movie while browsing the web and keeping an eye on stock prices, well, you can do that too. It really makes you feel like you have a Tony Stark-like display at your disposal. Next, let's talk about sound. I really like what they did with the sound, even though some think it is lacking. They have removed the original speakers, which were great, and opted for instead a speaker setup that is hidden inside the Halo strap. Now, yes, it is true that the audio quality has been sacrificed, but for ease of use for new users. Now you just throw on the headset and you have decent sound that you don't have to adjust. No, it's not going to give you booming bass, but it gives you great positional sound that you don't have to think about. And the quality is about on par with the standard earbuds you normally get with a new phone. If you want a better quality sound, well, the Rift S has a headphone jack for you to plug in your favorite pair of headphones. The other massive improvement is its inside-out tracking. No longer do you have to bolt sensors to the wall or have 3 tripods set up around you. You simply plug in the display and USB cables, and then you're off and running. The Rift S includes 5 cameras around it, so you are tracked to full 360 degrees, and the only minor issue I found is when you get your hands too close to the headset. It can start to have issues tracking the controllers. Other than that, it is a 200% improvement over what the PSVR offers. They only have a single camera that you have to always face towards. And finally, the controllers. Oh, I love the controllers. With the PlayStation, you have to use the Move controllers that came out back in 2010. And they don't have analog sticks. That makes for some very clunky and distracting gameplay. The new Oculus Touch controllers are awesome, essentially taking a PlayStation DS4 controller and splitting it between your two hands. You now have dual analog sticks that give you freedom of movement in-game. And the controls have capacitive touch buttons so that they can sense when your fingers are just touching them. This means you not only have full hand movement, but even in-game finger movement as well. These are the best controllers I have used yet in VR. They work without fail and are compact and light all at the same time. They also use disposable batteries, which is a huge bonus with me. This allows you to quickly replace the batteries if they die in the middle of a game, and gives you the ability to use your own rechargeables if you like, and means that you don't have to plug a cord in and try to use it while it's charging, which is quite frustrating. The battery cover is also really cool, as it uses magnets to secure, and unlike the Windows Mixed Reality controllers, don't pop off in the middle of gameplay. If you already have a good gaming PC, a $399 US price tag shouldn't be a big investment considering what you get out of this device. I have never given a 5-star rating to a VR headset because there's always at least one sacrifice, and I don't think I will until comfort, control, and display are flawless. However, the Oculus Rift S comes very close with a solid 4-star rating here on your weekly tech update.